do more. Okay, so I want us to do more. Okay, please, I want to post this in the, okay, let me see. Okay, so I posted the link on the strategy room. Please, those in the strategy room, leaders, help me to cascade it to other group. Beautiful, we're up to 20 now. All right, so let us just get started immediately. All right, like I said, we're talking about prospecting and inviting. Okay, now it is important for you to know what you have in your hands. It is necessary for you. Are you ready? If you know you're ready, just go to the chat box and type I am ready. Okay, if you know you are ready, go and type ready. If you know you are ready, just go and type ready. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, see, it is important for you to know what you have in your hand. Well done. Well done. Well done. For you to know what do you have in your hand. Many persons do not know the value of this business. You understand? You are the solution to many persons' problems. You are the solution to many people's problems. Let us take away this business. Before this business, have you always found yourself in the position of wanting to always help? You see people in precarious situations, you see people in various kind of, and then you feel like it is up to you. You want to take responsibility. Have you ever found yourself in that situation? Is there anybody who have found themselves in that situation? Like, even if you know you are suffering, you can be ill, you can be feeling one pain, but when something else happens, you begin to feel like it is you. It is you. Are there people like that? It's possible that you maybe you even broke your hand. After you even broke your hand, maybe I don't know if many of you have ever been in a position whereby you had a dislocation in your hand, and then something else is about to happen. You said, "Oh shit!" Before you don't remember, I have pains in my hands. Something is happening to you. You are held back, but before you know what's happening, you are always there. You want to always help. Have you ever seen yourself in that situation? Let's answer. Let us interact. If you're hearing me, okay, let's interact. Have you ever seen yourself in that situation? You always want to help. You always want to be the one. You want to provide solution to people. You always want to be the person. It is only you. This is not a case whether because you are a firstborn or you are the lastborn or you are the middleborn or you are the thirdborn. It doesn't matter. But that anything happens, it bothers you so much. And guess what? The people who are around you don't even bother. The people who are around you don't even care. And worst case scenario, when it has to do with money, you begin to feel bad. I wish I had money. Maybe if I had money now, this thing now would have just handled it. Like, say if I had money, like you begin to tell yourself money is an insult. Has it ever happened to you before? For those of you who are saying yes, let me tell you something. It is not by accident. So that's why I said, let us take away this business. Naturally, are you that kind of person? There are so many persons who are not answering, but for those who are answering, naturally, what it means is that this is who you have created to be, and that is one of the role. Amongst the many purposes you have to fulfill in life, this is one of the purposes you have to fulfill in life. Do you understand? It's one of the purposes you have to. Now, by the time you realize this thing, and then based on the success stories and testimonies that people are talking about and telling this business, you would have seen a solution in this. And this is one of the major reasons why you ask people, what is your why for doing this business? They will tell you for financial reasons, because they always want to provide solution. It is not because they need the money. It's not because yes, of course, they will need the money. But then, the passion is, let me help my mom out of this situation. Let me help my siblings out of this situation. What they are suffering, where they are living, and all of that. You know, you are drawn back whenever they complain. Is always about money. So the truth is this. Let me remind you once more: you are the solution to many problems. There are some persons, no matter how, that's why I said it's not about whether you're a firstborn or not. Some persons don't even care. No matter what happens, they don't even care. Like, it doesn't bother them. They don't even bother. Like, in their, well, whatever goes, it goes. Whatever happens, happens. And most times, all they just want to do is to send somebody. Let them just send somebody to just go and do it. But then you see that something is wrong, and then you are bothered. You are in a house and there is no food, and then it's bothering you. You are in a house and then things are not right. It is bothering you. My dear friends, it is a solution, and you need to be one of those persons. You have your part to play in saving our nation. La Buena Vida contributed on the 29th, 28th, and 29th of last month and 30th of last month. We contributed to the growth of the nation. Yes, it may not be too much. It may not be the 100 and 207 million Nigerians that benefited from it. But guess what? Those who benefited from it had smiles on their face. Listen to me. Even those who did not benefit from it as well, who watched it via the news, via the social media and all of that, we were excited when we did the fuel palliative. And that is a contribution to do what? To alleviating the burden in the heart of many Nigerians. Those who did not benefit, oh, I am happy for them. Oh, I'm happy for them. Man, this organization, at least within that moment that it happened, there was a smile on their face, and then it became a topic of discussion for so many persons. You have contributed in saving the nation. And for those of you who contributed to that as well, you have contributed in saving the nation. You have the key to someone's bright future. Someone's bright future. You go on social media, you see many persons on talent on the street and all of that, and then you just tell yourself, if I have money like this now, this person now, I'll just be, you're not able to go to school. Harness that talent. You harness that talent. This boy they call Kirikou. Kirikou, this young boy that is into comedy and all of that. Kirikou, he has not gone to school. How many years? I'm not sure he's up to 13 years. He's even up to 10 years. Someone picked him up. The parents probably couldn't afford to send him to school, but someone picked him up, harnessed the talent, and he's doing well right now. He's now, at that age, he's now a breadwinner for the family. Because someone decided to harness the future. On your own part, you want to help. How can you help? They said, Nemo that quod non habet. No one gives what he cannot. You cannot give what you don't have. Don't stop till you have changed lives. Don't stop till you have changed lives. So which means you have to keep prospecting. You have to keep inviting. The goal is that as people are joining the business, I am responsible. I have to make sure that they succeed. I have to make sure. That's why I will tell you in the affirmation, people join my business and within a short period of time, they succeed. It is something that you have to conscientiously do continuously. You can't quit if you haven't bettered greatness. And the greatest test is not just about another person, it's also about in you. You can't quit if you haven't bettered greatness. Now, the skills in our business. We have 7 skills in our business. Finding prospects, inviting, presenting, closing down, following up, getting a new team-based started right, promoting events. And 8, personal development. Personal development. Now listen, you see these 8 skills. Once you are able to learn these 8 skills, you know what happens to you? You become a professional network marketer. You become a professional network marketer because you would have graduated from the school of network marketing. And trust me, the fact that you have, it's not like people who are professors. You become a professor. When people become professors, they still have, you can see them 10 years as professors, 15 years as professors. For instance, our G8 leaders are 7 years, 7.5 years as professors. Do you understand? Our G8 leaders, Ambassador Mike, Ambassador Ronke, Ambassador Dr. Mba, Ambassador Albasin, Ambassador Vincent Mosu, who is that person? Sam Ozwani, Ambassador Nefo, and Ambassador Kelechi. All of them are what? They are professionals in the business. Now, being a professional in the business does not mean that when you become professional, you now retire. No. They are professors in some particular studies, professors in music, professors in medicine, professors in law. But guess what? They yet are there for so many years as professors. So which means that the fact that you become a professional does not automatically make you graduate. It only gives you that point of stability, financial stability. And this 90 days game plan that we are running right now is an avenue. So which means that for you to become a professor in anything, you would have gone to school. Listen, you would have gone to school and studied for 7 years and 4 years. That is depending on the course, minimum of 4 years. And then you do masters for 2 years. And then you do doctorate for what? For 3 years. That is before you now begin to talk about the professorial level. Now, let's say minimum of 9 years and above for you to become a professor. And yet you are not quitting. And yet it does not guarantee financial freedom. Meanwhile, do you know that in 3 months, now you hear many stories. Architect Stanley said, was saying 2 days ago that he has heard the stories of so many persons, Dr. Mba, and virtually all the G8 leaders, and all of them talked about what that they broke out, they broke even in this business when they did the 90 days game plan. When they did the 90 days game plan. So what it simply means is this, that they broke even. Listen, they became professionals because in the course of this 90 days game plan, for 90 days, you are going to be finding prospects. You are going to be inviting. You are going to be presenting. You are going to be closing down. You are going to be following up. You will be getting a new team started rightly. You are going to be promoting events, and you're going to be doing personal development, because at some point it will look like you want to give up. But personal development keeps you going. So this act becomes the things you do for 90 days. And in psychology, they said, Sigmund Freud says, if you want to build a new habit, do it for 21 days. Listen, do it for 21 days to build a new habit. Then if you want to create a lifestyle, do it for 90 days. So have you now seen that by the time you do all of these things every day for the next 90 days, you would have created a lifestyle in this. And because you create a lifestyle in this, it becomes something you cannot do without. Because it's something you see, your lifestyle is something that you cannot do without. Every day there is always something that's related to that particular lifestyle. You do something related to it. And after 90 days, guess what? It becomes a lifestyle. So which means in 90 days, for doing all of this, this whole skill become a lifestyle to you. And once it becomes a lifestyle to you, there is absolutely no way you cannot become a professional. Have you now seen how the business, yesterday with the video I watched yesterday, comparison about why people prefer to do other businesses than this one? It is because, first of all, they refuse to inculcate the habit of discipline. But somebody, Robert Kiyosaki, said something. Is it Robert Kiyosaki? No, Denzel Washington. He said, before discipline, there has to be an act of commitment. The act of commitment is the act of making a decision. So you have to first of all decide. And then between that act of commitment or decision and discipline, there is something that is in between, which is the act of consistency. So 90 days game plan is a period of doing something consistently, doing all of these skills consistently, creating a routine out of it. And after 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle. And there is absolutely no, that is why they break even. For instance, I'm using Architect Stanley right now because, yes, he's one of the leaders who has spoken to us in recent times. He said, I have started, he said, listen to me. He said something, he said, I have found out that all the leaders are saying that they broke even in this 90 days game plan. And me, I have decided, decision, commitment. I have decided to do it. And he said something, he said, if after this 90 days game plan, it does not work, then he will not do it again. But first of all, there is a decision and there is an expectation. But then between this decision and expectation, something is necessary, the act of creating a routine. So which means there has to be every day, he has to do these 7 activities every day, 7 skills. He has to find prospect daily. He has to invite daily. He has to present daily. He has to close down daily. He has to follow up daily. He has to get a new team started rightly daily, promoting events daily, personal development daily. Now, by the time, if there's any of these things that he does short, where there's a shortcoming, he does not do any of these things. There's going to be a problem somewhere. You know why? Because you cannot learn half and leave half, because all of them are intertwined. Now, the consistency in this would breed the level of discipline in him. And that discipline means that it becomes a lifestyle. You think it, you feel it, and you sleep it, you eat it, you drink it. Is somebody following? If you are following me, go to the chat box and type "I am following." If you know you are following, go to the chat box and type "I am following," because I really want you to understand this so that you understand that 90 days plan. So we, and most of the times, are the reason why it feels like we are not really getting what we are supposed to get. If you are following, go to the chat box and type "I am following." Fantastic, beautiful, awesome. I'm happy that we're all following. Fantastic, beautiful. But now, during the course of this, we are going to be dealing mainly on finding prospects and inviting. See, for finding prospects, you have heard this over again, and I want to add my voice to it. Your contact list has nothing to do with your long-term success in this business. Your contact list has nothing to do with your long-term success in this business. What does that mean? That the people in your contact will join you, yes. But many of them will join for various reasons. Some will join because it is you. Some other will join because they want to support you. But they will not do this business. Majority of them, some of them will not do this business. But it is also important that at least you go, first of all, we always talk about use your contacts. Use your contacts. Use your contact, because it will be bad that you have somebody in your contact, and then I just encounter that person through a cold market means, and the person joins my business. Let them join. Will people in your contact still do the business? Yes, they will do the business. At least I have people in my contacts who join the business and they are still in the business, at least. Right? Out of all of them, the most active is, I think I just have one person, the most active. And recently, maybe some other person joined again recently. But since I started the business 4 years ago, more than 99% of my leaders are people who I did not know before. So it wasn't dependent on the people who I knew. So the success I've achieved in this business isn't dependent on the people who I knew or the people who I know. But then when I started with it. I started with them. So you must also start. So that's why I say exhaust your contact list, exhaust it. But then they are not going to see, they are not responsible for your long term. Listen, so there's a short term and a long term. So they can give you a short term result, yes. But then they're not responsible for your long term, because the thing is that through them as well, you can be able to get people who you do not know. And then you can begin to work with them. Have a physical list and keep adding to it. We keep telling you this every day. Make it a point of duty every day. First of all, empty your contact name list. Many of you, whenever we tell you this, it's like we are giving you a huge work. You are a business person. You are in business. You are in business. It's just that I have personally made up my mind. There's no other business I will do in this life. No other business except this one, because I don't know any business that will give me the last training I did with my leaders, I told them something. I said, if you have imagined any kind of success you want to achieve, the kind of success that will make you drive the kind of Bentleys, Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, Maserati, Mustang, and Ford Mustang, and Benz, and all of those things, or even at least there is an emergency, for instance, and then you have to leave this country, and then you book a what they call it, a private jet, or you even buy your own private jets. The kind of success at that level, thinking at that level, and then in all of it, you ask yourself, what I am doing right now, can I be able to get to that level? But by the time you sample the options, and then network marketing, this particular business is what you actually have, because you are seeing it every day that people are doing it. And then that particular thing you want to achieve in life, this business seems to come as in pop up as an option for you to achieve it. Listen to me. You just need to keep at it. And even in that particular thing that you say you want to do, that is outside this business, that you think that will help you to do it, the number of years you need to walk through with it before you can be able to achieve it, compared to the number of years you can consistently do this one, wouldn't be the same thing. So keep adding to your list. Never get tired. See, it is a business that I was saying something. I said, if I was going to do another business, maybe I would imply, I will not fail, just as I have not failed in this one, because this business has given me a tip. Is it a tip for that? I have a tip for that. A tip of what I can do to succeed in any business. The only reason why we are not succeeding, why it is not working for us, is because we always feel overwhelmed, and we feel like it is so much work. And then discipline is not there. Take that pain to have a physical list and keep adding to it. You need to see prospecting as a lifestyle, not as work. And we have been given various ways to prospect. First is to turn a stranger to a friend. You meet a stranger, you are entering a bus, you are entering a taxi, you are whatever it is, you are walking on the streets, you just go for a hangout, you sit out and all of that. Use this, you compliment people. Compliment people. Common interest, find a common interest. How to find a common interest is very easy. By the time you compliment something, hi, is everything, what's up? An ambassador told us, find the common interest. My color, right? You are fair and the person is fair. My color is a common interest. I like this gown you're wearing. Oh, it seems you like a gown like this. I actually love a gown like this. This kind of polo you're wearing. For instance, now somebody says, I see somebody button up the way I got button up like this now. You mean you like to button up like me too? I don't just know. I just like it. Even when I wear polo, people complain that I cannot just do without. So you wish to button like this too. It's a common interest. The person is wearing a gold wristwatch. You tell the person, oh, so you love gold too? Oh my God, I love gold wristwatch. But I'm tired of wearing the jewel. I want to buy pure gold wristwatch. It's a common interest. For somebody like me, I love to wear rings and all of that. I love all of this. And then you see somebody who wears rings, so you love to wear rings too, especially on this finger. Really? I just love it. There's a way it makes me feel. Common interest, everything. So we are wearing a black gown, the person is wearing a black gown. Wearing a white shirt, the person is wearing a white shirt. Common interest is very easy. As you are complimenting to me, that thing you are complimenting the person about. Listen to me, you cannot just compliment anybody for anything. The thing you're complimenting, you compliment people because of what? Because there's something that you found attractive in that person. And once something is attractive to you, it means you like it. That can also be a source of common interest. Are you learning something? Are you learning? Then conversation. The basis for your conversation, listen to me. When you compliment and you find a common interest, conversation will be very, very easy, because the basis of your common interest can also be the basis of your conversation. It can also be the basis of your conversation. And then lastly, continuation. Okay, now by the time you have conversed with the person, you have spoken to, I'm just reminding you about all this because I know we know it before. And then after having conversed with the person and all of that, based on your common interest or based on whatever conversation that you try to raise up, whatever. Ambassador said, if you're a married woman here, yes, children can always be a common interest. Somebody who is also married as well. Women like to talk about what their children, families, and all of that. Not that you are selling, but you only say good things, children and this one and all of that. You're a woman, handbag can be, anything can be a common interest. Continuation. Continuation can now be, yes, it's amazing. By the time you see you're about to despise, it's amazing talking with you. I wish to actually have more of this conversation with you. Hope you don't mind if I get your number. It is very, at that point, it's going to be very, very easy to get the person's number. And when you get the person's number, you save it in your phone, you write it down, and then you go to, when you get to your home, if you in case you are not the kind of person who carry your book up and down, then you go and write it down. This thing has been said often and often and over again. But the only reason we seem like we are struggling so much is just because we do not put all of these things into action. Now, inviting, this is the cocoa, this is the main theme of this particular meeting. Listen, if you have 1 million prospects and you don't invite anybody, you will not earn. You will not earn. You know that you will not earn. So why are you waiting for the time whereby that spirit will just come into your head and tell you, hey, I have prospect, I have not made money from this business. Because sometimes when the thing comes into your mind and tells you, I have not made money from this business, so Kai, this business is not working. And I'm wasting my data. That is when you now realize that you have been busy. That's when you now realize that you have a lot in your hands. That's why, see, listen to me. I used to say something before. I said the devil is not interested in what God is not interested in. Please go to the chat box and type this. Everyone, go and type it. That the devil is not interested in what God is not interested in. Go and type it. The devil is not interested in what God is not interested in. Do you know what that means? What it means is that God is interested in seeing you succeed. God is interested in seeing that you make it in life. But because God is interested, that is the attraction for the devil to come. You don't even understand. God. Listen, because God is interested in your case, it is an attraction for the devil to come. At that point in time, you are about to start it again now, issues will now come. At that point in time, you are interested in it again because you're interested. See, so many things will begin to happen. So many things want to begin to happen. So many things want to begin to happen to you at that point in time. That's why they tell you that success does not come cheap. The cheapness in that statement is not that it's not for the hard work. It is because of the temptation and the distraction you are going to get. That is it. That is it, my dear friends. That is it. So no matter the contact you have, if you are not inviting, because do not get to that point whereby we will tell you, I should be inviting and nobody's joining my business. And I've been in business for 3 months, so I've not even made anything at all. At all. And then you begin to process so many things. And of course, every human being has that tendency to overthink. You begin to overthink. And once you give room for overthinking, listen to me, the act of overthinking is a doorway for evil inclinations to come to your mind and negative thoughts about that particular thing you are thinking. Have you noticed that whenever you had a misunderstanding with somebody and for some reason you say, I want peace, let that person just go. The person is talking, you are keeping quiet. When the person finishes, you go to your house. Once you begin to entertain and overthinking, and then you are overthinking it, what happened? You are thinking what just happened. And then you begin to hate yourself for not reacting. You begin to bite your mouth. If I had known. Has it ever happened to you before? That whenever you had a misunderstanding with somebody, the person is shouting, but you chose peace over fights. And by the time you get back to your house, and then you are thinking about it, you begin to boil in anger. You begin to almost hate yourself for not acting, for not carrying one plank and hit the person. Has it ever happened to you before? Does it ever happen to you? For me, it has happened several times. That's what I'm telling you. The act of overthinking is a doorway for what? For negative thoughts. Okay? Work to build relationships. Work to build relationships. It's not just, listen to me, care about, see, the business is also about caring too. Know where people are coming from. Sometimes there are some people who actually come to your business or who join this business as well, and they really do not have contact because they do not have personal relationship with people. Not everybody knows how to do that relationship with people. But then you have to also make them understand. Sometimes, as much as you feel like I am doubting, somebody is 25 years and you are telling me you don't have contact. As much as you try to doubt that, also understand that, okay, it's also possible that this person is not a social person. It's also possible that this person does not understand that, okay, we are in the period whereby we can learn a lot of things, how you save contact and save in your email, so that if the person loses her phone or his phone, he can retrieve all of this. Some person don't know about that. Some person didn't know that they have to save contact on emails. So when they lose their phone, they lose their contacts. They lose their contacts. Ambassador Mba, Dr. Mba, when he started, he said he lost his phone. As soon as he lost his phone, then probably he does not have the idea that he has to save contact in emails. He lost all his contacts, but that didn't stop him. Build relationships and make them understand. From there, they can be able to begin to learn. From this business, I have taught people so many things in this business, so many things that is outside the business. Oh, you can save contact in this thing. Oh, I'm a like contact. As soon as I say that, I'll tell them. If you're using an iPhone, save it to your what they call an iCloud. Emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. And then have positive energy. Some persons are always after what will people think of me? What do people say? And this is the reason why they don't even want to follow up sometimes. This is the reason why they don't follow up. What will people think of me? How they won't see me? So this kind of business, they will say I'm doing this kind of business. I've generated this kind of business. You are waiting for the day you will make it. The day you will make it. When you know that you cannot even make it without having the positive energy at first to start. The energy, listen to me. The energy you are going to have when you begin to make 100K or 50K every month from this business. Assume that energy at the beginning, at the start of your business. You see that energy you would have. For instance, you started the business 1 month ago or 2 months ago. And then you are saying that by the time I begin to make like 50K or 100K from this business, the way I will go and prospect, hey, people go see me for street everywhere. You see that energy you are waiting for. And remember, I told you, you have said it, you have spoken it into being. It has come to reality already. All you need to do is to walk into it. And God is interested in your case. But because God is interested in your case, it has attracted the devil already. And so the devil will do everything possible to ensure that you don't get to that point whereby you begin to have that energy. So the best you can do is, while at that point of imagining that energy, assume that energy immediately. And that energy will help you to have a positive mindset towards invitation. And always be in a hurry. Always be in a hurry. If you have all of these background, my dear friends, you will not even have issues with invitation again. Because this is the reason why most events that we have usually do not have a lot of persons. When we have up to 20 persons here, when each and every one of you can have people, you have in your contact, you have up to that 100 persons in your contact, you're not invited. You have them there. You have them in up to 100 persons, you are not invited. So if you have up to 100 persons, and then Pareto's principle says 80-20 rule. If you invite 100 persons, let's assume you invite 50 persons. By the time you invite 50 persons and 10 persons comes, 20 persons in this meeting decide to have 10 persons who attend. We have 200 persons already in attendance. That is a lot. It is a lot. But we are struggling with 20, 25, 30 and all of that. Yes, we're excited, beautiful. We thank God for that. But then when we know we can do more. And out of that 10, 30, 25, majority of us here are always in that meeting as well. Have this in your mind, and trust me, you would not lose out on anything again. So skill number 2, inviting prospect to understand your product or opportunity. It is the gateway. Invitation is the gateway skill. Why do we call it the gateway skill? Now, invitation is number 2. Yet it is the gateway. Oh, you don't understand. Invitation is number 2, yet it is the gateway. That is to tell you how important it is. It is by far the most critical to develop. The most critical to develop. That is why it is easy for you to make friends. It is even easy for you to run ads. It is easy to get the contacts. But whenever it is that you want to pick up your phone to make calls, you need an extra energy and inner motivation. It's not because Mr. Damien has said it, any leader has said it. Do you know that for those of you who are making calls, for those of you who make calls, does it happen to you? And for those of you who are even new after making calls, does it happen to you? At the time you want to make call, for the first time, one call will come in. At the time you want to make call, somebody will call you somewhere. At the time you want to make call, something will happen. Distraction. The devil is not interested in what God is not interested in. So you can easily tell or guess the future of anyone who is not prospecting. So you are, or who is not inviting. So it is okay to invite, to prospect. You have lots of contacts, but hence you are not inviting. Guess what? It is, see, anyone can predict your future in the business. You don't need to have a great reputation before you can invite anyone to see business. I said that, talking about you not feeling yourself, waiting for the time you are going to make it in the business, first of all, before you begin to invite people. No. You don't have to you don't need to have a great reputation before you can invite anyone. Invite anyone, and I'm going to show you how you can do all of that. You must not be a hunter, otherwise you will make a prospect feel haunted, hence they will begin to avoid you. You must be more like a farmer than a hunter. Build relationships, friendship, and learn how to build trust. As much as you want to recruit, their initial goal or your initial goal is to educate. Yes, you want people to join your business, but then you have to recruit them through the process of what? Of education. Learn to use all the tools very well and effectively. All the tools very well and effectively. What professionals do? Professionals do not pitch their product or opportunity. Instead, they invite their prospects based on their situation. And that is why it is always good to convert them as your friends first. Now, if you run ads, if you do social media, if you do, it is this idea that brought about questionnaire. What business do you want to do? How much are you looking at starting in this business? Do you prefer to work for yourself or for somebody? These questions, it is what you now use in inviting them when you do questionnaire. If you do online, there are questions you also ask too. They answer those questions. That is what you use in inviting them. Then if you're using the 4 C's, by complimenting, by finding a common interest, by having a conversation, trust me, that conversation and then continuation, when you want to invite the person also, that is what you are going to use in inviting the person. The first thing you do is to invite them to events, such as a one-on-one, two-on-one meetings with another member or your team leader. Then 3-way call, small group presentation, and online webinar like Zoom. Professionals understand that personal interaction is a critical component when it comes to building trust and transferring belief. So what they do is to try to connect with people as much as possible. Connect with people as much as possible. There is impossible. It has never been a time that I have a conversation with you. No matter how I can be distracted, though. See, listen to me. I must, at that point in time, I must have connected with you, and I can say 1 or 2 things about you, about the things you didn't even mention while we are conversing. The second thing they do is to invite people to review some sort of tool. Tools may take many forms, e.g. videos, booklet, and all that. Now, reviewing those tools are what we call the super indirect invitation. I'm going to talk about it. Amongst all of the above mentioned, events are the most effective. So there is physical interaction from meeting with people that helps to build trust. There is an important element of social proof. It is valuable for the prospect to see that there are other people actively involved. Now, what this means is this. This is number 7, promotion of events. Now, you can say that where I am now, there is no office. But now, we are already, do you know that there's an event we are preparing for, which is the LGAS, the Leaders Growth Acceleration Summit. And it is meant for every member of this place to be part of. You all can be part of that particular meeting. Excuse me. Okay? You can all be part of that particular meeting. However, the presentation we are going to have tomorrow, because if you feel like if you are talking to them, they will not understand. But by the time they now attend, like tomorrow presentation by 10 a.m., tomorrow presentation by 6 p.m., and on Sunday by 6 p.m., they see a number of people there, over 50, 100. 100 people. First of all, the question is, how were they able to gather up to 100 persons to join this webinar for business? First of all, there's a level of interest that is aroused in them. So get them to always attend events. The formula for financial independence in network marketing is your ability to get a large group of people to consistently do a simple thing over an extended period of time. Consistently get, and then there's no way you can get to that point of consistently getting people to do a particular thing. You should not be happy that right now it's only you that's attending sales meeting, attending presentations. Yes, I am attending. I am attending. Fantastic. I am attending. When do you have one or two persons like you who came in through you to attend? So that because you keep attending because you know there's something you are learning. And then other people you also want to impact, so that they can see that network marketing is not what the people think it is. Because many of you right now, since you joined this business, your mindset have changed about what network marketing is all about. It is not all about selling products or going about convincing people, but that the things you also learn will also help you to grow in life generally. This is the secret to the success of every person, and it can also help you break out of network marketing with mediocrity. Hey, you need to know these things, my dear friends. Then you can graduate to finding few leaders you can train to do what you are doing. But it begins from prospecting and invitation. Emotional invitation. There are 4 basic rules one must take notes of while inviting. Rule number 1, you must emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Rule number 2, always be yourself. Any form of inferiority complex, take it away from you. Have it in mind that it is a normal thing for you to want to pick up your phone, and then you feel that you get a distraction. Because some person can be so religiously overzealous to feel like, this is a sign. They want to pick their call and their phone fall. This is a sign that God said I should not call this person. This is a sign that I should not do this thing. Remember I told you, the devil is not interested in what God is not interested in. So you have invited God. The devil is also going to be there. Why is it that whenever it is that you wake up in the night, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to pray, you begin to feel like there are forces? Why? Why? But when you do not do that before, you feel like you don't see all of those things. This word is spiritual, my dear friends. So by the time you are calling on the God, also, you are invariably attracting the negative force. But of course, you will always win and conquer, because one with God is what is majority. Rule number 3, bring some passion. Enthusiasm is contagious. Bring some passion into it. And once you're enthusiastic, the way you talk about it, the way you say it, people will attend. Rule number 4, have a strong posture. Strong posture, how you sit down matters as well. All right, be bold, be confident. Have you gone to the bank to see the way bankers sit down? Have you gone to the bank to see the way they sit? They don't sit anyhow. They're always agile. That is why you see they speak with so much confidence. So much confidence how they speak. Okay? Fantastic. So don't always assume no one will take you serious. Don't have that mentality. I've told that before. Then the invitation formula. This formula is not to be used while texting or email, but through phone calls or face-to-face. There are 8 steps for a professional invitation. Step 1, be in a hurry. Step 2, compliment the prospects. Don't always forget that step 1, be in a hurry. Step 3, so which means the fact that you're being in a hurry doesn't mean you know compliments. You exchange what they call it, pleasantries. But don't always forget to always be in a hurry. Number 3, make the invitation direct, indirect, and super indirect approach. Step 4, if I would you. If I would you. Step 5, confirmation, get the time commitment. Step 6, second confirmation, confirm the time commitment. Now, what it means is this. By the time I'm telling you, let's say, for instance, who will I use here now? Okay, good. I said Dr. Emma Ravi. I am inviting you. So by the time I've called her, I'm calling her. Okay, good, be in a hurry. Okay, good morning, doctor. How are you doing? How is everything? How is family? How is work? Hope you are doing well. Hope you are feeding. Hope you all are in good health. Yes. Okay, thank you. And you, I am great. Quick one. Once I mentioned quick one, if there was going to be any form of further pleasantry, it hurts there. Quick one. There is this organization I just found about. I'm going to give you the script later on. I just found out, and then this is what they do, this is what they do, this is what they do. Okay. And when I saw it, I thought about you first. So I decided to call you. If I gave you a slot, now I asked for a slot, and then they decided to give me for 2 slots, and they gave me one, and I thought about you first. So if I gave you one of those slots, would you make it? If I would you. If I would you, and the time is, listen. So it tells you if the answer, confirmation number 1, get the time commitment. The time, so would you be free by 12 noon or 10 a.m. tomorrow for that meeting? 10 a.m. Yes. Then get the time commitment. So are you saying that if I should go ahead to book that 10 a.m. for you, are you saying that you would be available? Time commitment, number 3. Then schedule the next call. So are you saying that if I should call you, if I call you by 9:30, you would have been ready, your Zoom link down, your Zoom downloaded. Get the next call. So if I called you by 9:30, you will be ready, or 9 o'clock, you'll be ready. Have you now seen how I've been able to apply this? Confirmation number 1, confirmation number 2, and confirmation number 3. And lastly, get off the phone. Okay, no problem. Do have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Simple. Have you now seen how I've been able to make that invitation? So don't go about, because the essence of being in a hurry is to avoid so many questions. Because sometimes being in a hurry, so if I invite you, listen to me, because you have said a quick one. When you say there is something I came about, and then I am, this is what they do, this is what they do. If you did not put quick one, an average Nigerian will tell you, waiting again now, when I not come again. Oh. And by the time they tell you when I not come again, guess what? You now want to make you see, it puts you off. But when you say, Dr. Quick one. So I saw this. This is me. He puts you on a position of a consultant and a position where you are in charge. And that when I don't come again now, okay, waiting again, be that one. In a way, it will not come into the picture. Is somebody learning? Are you learning something? If you know you are learning something, screenshot this and go and type done. Screenshot this and go and type done. Okay, screenshot this and go and type done. If you are done screenshotting it, go and type done. Awesome. Because you are going to use it today. Okay? Now, the various ways to invite is what? Third-party recommendation, the big announcement, the direct invitation, and then the questionnaires, the social media posts. Many of you do not post on your social medias. Many of you do not show post on your social media. Many of you do not do okay, third party. We have not yet started. For many of you, have started third party, but then we also recommend that you do, and there is also big announcement and business launch are the same. All right. Now the invitation. Listen, a bad invitation is better than no invitation. So which means the fact that you invited badly. So what it means that don't be scared of making mistake. Remember, I told you that this invitation skill is the doorway skill because it is the what? It is the most difficult to develop. It is the most difficult to develop. So what it means is that even a bad invitation is better than no invitation. It is more psychological than what? Than scripted. It is more psychological. Okay? The best way to get better at calling prospects is doing what? Is using the scripts and calling. So use the script. Whenever there's a script, write it down. Just like as I'm going to give you various scripts right now. Okay? Some things to note about calling prospects. You only become a great caller by constant practice. Of course, a bad call is better than no call. Don't be needy. Look forward to prospects who already have an idea. Yes. So which means that there are so many of you. There are some of you like who are invited. I think one of our persons here who invited, and some people. So he said some people ask her, "Is it a network marketing business?" If they've told them, if they ask you if it's a network marketing business, tell them yes, they have attended presentation already. Yes, it's a network marketing business. So, but then, what do you think about network business? Do you have any reservation about network marketing business? And then they are saying something, they say, don't worry, I'm going to connect it to my leader. You do a three-way call. So look for people who already have an idea about network marketing. People who have La Buena Vida, people have heard about La Buena Vida. People heard about it 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. In fact, 2020 was more rampant because everybody was online. 2021, 2022, and now 2023. You think because you just joined the business, people have not heard about it? People have heard about it several times. In fact, can't you even imagine that before you even saw this business, some of you, 1 or 2 or 3 other persons have invited you? That is how it is. So you can imagine that person you also invited, how many persons would have showed them the business too. All right. So look forward to them. Document all calls. Have your diary. Okay, what was the content of the conversation? Then close down, start doing the book down, during the booking. So during the session, our senior consultant may be selecting a few people that they will mentor personally. I hope you are selected. That is when you are booking the person. Okay, when you are booking the person, when you are doing that invitation, let them know so that at least that close down is making them so that they will be able to wait till the time where they will be able to do that. Now the business launch script. Hi Tunde, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Quick one. This Sunday 2 p.m. I'll be launching my new business and I'm inviting my good friend that I respect and admire. Can I count on you to be there? If they ask you what the business is about, to respond is, I want it to be a surprise. Number 2, or you tell them it's health and wellness, but I just tell them health and wellness, but I want it to be a surprise. All right. If you know you don't know this about the script, screenshot it and go to the chat box and type 3. Because tomorrow we're going to have a lot of invitation, a lot of people who will attend, and guess what? It's going to make so much sense. So screenshot it and come and type done while we round up. All right, while we round up. I've just screenshotted it. Right now, I'm showing you scripts right now you're going to be needing. Beautiful. Have you done that? Have you done that? If you know you don't have this one before, good, beautiful, done. Now, the super indirect approach invitation for influential people. Super indirect approach invitation for influential. So you have people in your contacts. These people, they have so much money. They are doing well for themselves. And then you are thinking of how can I invite these people? They have money now. Will I tell them to come? Either you are doing the business launch to invite them to come and support you, or you are using this. Just a quick one. Are you aware of the biggest industry shift in Nigeria, sir? On Tuesday, April 26th, 2022, an industrial shift was launched in Nigeria. So this one, you can tell them that, you can tell them the industrial shift based on the new launch that happened. Tell them it's on the 6th of September, 90 days game plan. Because the essence of 90 days game plan is to be able to raise new set of monthly millionaires and to ensure that people become end this year better than the end this year, that they started the year. Remember I told you, in our daily affirmation, we said what? We said I emerge and I am celebrated in 2023. Will you be celebrated in 2023? So that could be that for you, okay? So on the 6th of September 2023, an industrial shift was launched in Nigeria, giving 50,000 Nigerians an opportunity to strategically position themselves to generate millions of naira in their first wave of launch. I had an opportunity to connect with one of their top consultants for the offer, and they scheduled the discussion today or tomorrow by 10 a.m. on Zoom. And I locally extracted 3 reservations. With your influencer, who do you know that can make our time to attend the Zoom session today, tomorrow by 10 a.m. so I can give them 1 slot, sir? Most likely, they will tell you themselves. Because every successful man is not even contented. See, the day you meet somebody who is successful and the person tells you that I have enough money, see that person, I don't know how to put it. That person is thinking about himself. That person is not really successful. Because every successful man has so much responsibility and so many mouths to feed. So they are always looking out for opportunities where they can make more money to help them to do what? To be able to reach out to people. And because they have many mouths to feed, guess what? They will likely be one of the persons to attend that presentation. And once they attend the presentation, so that at least they can see whether or not it can also help alleviate the responsibility on their hand before they can now recommend you to one of those 2 persons. Is this making sense at all? Is it making sense to you? Is it making sense to you? Now, what are we inviting to? You are invited for big events, office presentations, 2-on-1, one-on-one presentation, Zoom presentations, and you or use presentation video or recorded Zoom presentation. Either of these. Use all of them. Don't always wait till we have presentations alone before you invite. Have you ever sent videos to people? Have you sent videos? We have 18 minutes video. We have 20 minutes video. There's even 11 minutes one. The 11 minutes on is after they have watched the video, you now send them 11 minutes on. We have all of those ones. We have the reason why our leaders have to do those short videos is because so that it is easier. Many persons see the attention span on social media is very, very, very short. Home launch too, or business launch. What rank are you hitting this month? In this month, on the 4th of September, they called rank, and many persons here were not celebrated. I want you to go to the chat box and type which of them do you want to be celebrated as. Just go and type which one do you want this month. By the first Monday of October, they are going to call you as a Kingsman. They will call you as an emerging cell leader. They will call you as a world connector. They will call you as a Ruby world connector or cell. Which of them? Go to the chat box and type the one you want. Is here as a Kingsman? There's even AP here. Many of you are not even an AP. So AP, Kingsman, emerging cell leader, world connector, Ruby world connector, cell leader, Silver Prime, Silver Executive Prime, Gold Executive Prime, Global Ambassador Prime, 2 Club when begin to make a millionaire every month, then Club 2, 3, 4, Clubs 2, 3, 5, and G Leader. Which of them do you want? So nobody's answering anything. Nobody wants to be celebrated. No wonder. Kai. No wonder. Because you don't even think about it. For you, it is nothing. Because you don't aim at it. You don't aim for it. So it cannot come to you. Nobody's answering. Wow. I would have say, we are just talking and talking. They don't even anticipate it. They don't even want it. Because if you want it, you begin to work towards it. Kai. Leaders, say you have seen it. You have seen what we're talking about. Leaders, you have seen it now because we are talking about what you want to be celebrated as in October, and we still have enough time. Is it active partner? Is it Kingsman? Is it this? It simply means that it's also a clear sign that all we are saying here, you will not replicate anything. No wonder. Architect Stanley, have you seen it? And Dr. Marev, have you seen it? See, sure you have seen what we're talking about. People are not responding. That is why. Tell yourself, see, in fact, if you mean it, go to your chat box and put it. Before the end of this month, I will be celebrated as a Kingsman. I will be celebrated as an active partner. And mean it. Listen to me. Let people hold you accountable. I will be celebrated as a Kingsman. As a Kingsman. Listen, as a Kingsman, watch out till by the end of watch out for the first week of October as I am celebrated. It will help people to take you more serious. You don't understand these things. If you understand this trick and you will do it. What is that rank? No, I didn't say you post it in this group. Go to your status where people will see it. This oh God, where people will see it. I will be celebrated as an AP. I will be celebrated as a Kingsman. I will be celebrated as a this thing. Watch out for the first week of October as I am celebrated. Some people will begin to tell you congratulations already. How many of you will do that? Then, how to start a conversation with people you haven't spoken to in a while. Those persons who you know that how will I begin to invite people that have not spoken to Mike? Some of you, it is strictly business that connects you. We are going to run up right now. Okay, this is about the last part of the slide. So it is strictly business, or you just have their contact and there's no conversation, nothing for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, you've not conversed with them. This is how to start a conversation with them. Hello, Pamela. I know this might sound crazy as we really haven't communicated for quite a while now. I am on a mission to fill social media with love, light, and eliminate fear. So I am reaching out to you to see how you and your family are doing in these troubling times. Please stay safe and know that I prayed for you. I prayed for you and your family today. And then we always tell you, ensure that at least in your prayers, there's nobody here who doesn't pray in the morning. I don't know if there's anybody like that who does not pray. Whenever you wake up in the morning, anytime you are praying, Father, bless my family and friends. Bless those out there and protect them against troubles and keep providing for them. You have inserted them into the prayers so that it doesn't appear that you are lying when you are speaking to them. Okay? God bless you, Pamela. Put your name, Damian. So send it as a message. Screenshot this. If you are done screenshotting this and you know you are going to do this today, type, I will do it. Okay? Let me show you the last one and then we'll round up. How to start a conversation with people you haven't spoken to in a while. Have you done that? Okay, great. I'm also going to send it. I'm going to send a message to the whole group. All right, so that I can easily copy it. Beautiful, beautiful, fantastic, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So those persons who you have not conversed with a long time ago, use this. You will see how, even before you do that as well, just say a short prayer for them, so it doesn't look like you are lying. Okay, good. Have you screenshotted it? Then how to continue with a warm market after the warm-up message and few chats. Beautiful. After the warm-up message and few chats. Hello, Pamela. A candle never loses its light by lighting other candle. As such, I will lose nothing by sharing this message with you and getting it off my chest. I came across a crazy concept that blew my mind. It shows people how to raise business capital in Nigeria over a period of time without borrowing from anyone. I saw it, you popped into my head. The platform allows people like us to access 5-star, all expenses paid vacations, locations globally. Somehow, even though we haven't chatted much in a while, I just felt I should share this short video with you. If it resonates with you, chat me up so we can discuss further. So this one goes alongside with video. This one goes alongside what? With video. All right? God bless you, Damian or Kelechi. After this, you send the details of presentation video or link to attend Zoom presentation. So you're either going to use this one to send it alongside the video or alongside the presentation link. Do you get? After warming up, have you screenshotted? Have you screenshotted? Have you screenshotted? Good. So invite massively this weekend. Tomorrow by 10 a.m., we have this. Tomorrow by 10 a.m., we have a presentation, how to build a recession-proof business through leverage in a depressed economy. Okay? And then by 6 p.m. tomorrow, we also have this, the 2023 Wealth Blueprints. Make sure you're inviting tomorrow by 6 p.m. So you invite in the morning, invite in the evening. And then on Sunday, we have the Rise of the Wealthy Woman presentation. Invite massively. Invite massively. Dear friends, the 90 days game plan is on. The mission statement, it is to raise 50,000 multi-millionaires in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. You have constantly said this to yourself. And the words that we proclaim and we say are always very powerful. How would it feel? How would it be for you when these words do not become reality in your own life? It is possible for it to become reality in your lives. And all you need to do is to act in accordance to it. All right? We have come to the end of this meeting, and I want to believe we got value. If you got value, go to the chat box and type value. What stood out for you in the chat box? Go and type what stood out for you. Type value and also type what stood out for you. Okay? Go and type what stood out for you while we round up. So don't forget, tomorrow, while you are typing that, tomorrow is, how many of you will invite tomorrow? Let me see. How many of you will invite tomorrow? How many of you will invite tomorrow? Let me see those I will invite. How many of you will invite tomorrow for either of these? I'm going to be active on all of them. And I will check. Listen, do you know how to, many of you, whenever we post any link, you send the link to your prospect with the same what do you call it, with the same reservation code. Change your reservation code. Change your reservation code. Do you get? So what you do is, now this morning, after this call, the first thing you will do after this call, call your leader, chat her right now. As I'm talking to you right now, go to your WhatsApp and even chat her or chat him. Please, what is my reservation code? So whenever you see a reservation code there, you edit it, put your own. Put your own. So tomorrow, I am going to be giving something. I'm going to be giving, let me say, okay, I'm going to be giving to the person who have the highest person in attendance for 10 a.m. presentation tomorrow. At least 10 a.m. presentation is just within us alone. 10 a.m. presentation tomorrow, I am going to be giving you 3,000 naira tomorrow. I'll send you 3,000 naira tomorrow. I will check the attendance myself. This one is not, so how I'm going to check it. So when you are inviting them, make sure you tell your people to put down their seat. Put down your code. Tell them to put down their code. Tell them to put down their code. So the person who has the highest person in attendance tomorrow, I'll be sending the person 3,000 naira tomorrow. Okay, I will do that tomorrow morning after the presentation. So I'm going to check it myself. I will check it and I will look at it. So tell them, so chat your leader right now, please, what is my personal, everybody, there's no person that has the same reservation code. No two persons have the same reservation code. So chat your leaders, send them, tell them, ask them, what is my personal reservation code now, okay? And then when they send it to you, make sure you use it to invite them. And as you use it to invite them, we'll check the attendance. Okay, this person, this can, of course, every chat, the chat usually save. So I will not even make mistake. All right. By the time we are done prediction, it automatically saves. All right. Beautiful. So that is that for that. Make sure you are inviting massively tomorrow. Make sure you are inviting massively tomorrow. All right. Great. Do have a beautiful weekend, everyone. I wish you success. I wish you greatness. And this 90 days game plan, don't forget the 90 days game plan. 90 days game plan that will come is going to be tough. Remember, you are sheep. You are fighting against yourself in this 90 days game plan. You have never sat down before to make calls every day. Do you understand? So you are going to be doing something, you are going to be learning something you've never done every day before. You have never sat down before to be prospecting every day. But for this 90 days game plan, you are willing to do it. I mean, how many of you are able to run this? How many of you are even running it? Let me know how many people are running it in our team. How many persons are running the 90 days game plan in our team? I know of my leaders who are running it. But no, apart from those, how many of you are running the 90 days game plan? You say, this business, I want to give it this 90 days game plan. I really want to do this 90 days game plan. Let me give you this 90 days game plan. Let me see. Just like architect said, I am doing, see, he said, I am giving him my soul. He said he's going to give him sweat and blood. He said, I am giving him sweat and blood. Let me see. Let me see that thing that they are saying. So that you don't tell yourself, you don't say that, you don't assume your head. How many of you say, let me do it this time around? Shebidi have been saying 90 days game plan. Let me do this 90 days game plan. And then you can attest to the fact that at least by the time you give reports from day 1 to day 90, oh, you can beat yourself and say, yes, I did it. I did it. I did it. Okay, and what was my result? The result was this. Okay. Then you can now decide whatever you want to decide. So how many of you are doing it? Let me see. We have Latif, we have Mary. Okay, only 2 persons are doing it. Okay, Mary. Oh, there are only 3 persons who are doing a 90 days game plan. Okay. Okay, just 2 persons, I mean. Latif and Mary. Wow. So apart from my leaders, hey, Catalyst family. Catalyst family. Don't come and tell me that you didn't make money. Oh. Don't come and tell me, oh. Somebody said something. She said, Ambassador Sharon, she said something. She said that there is a grace. There is a grace that comes with that comes with doing something when other people, when it has been pronounced and when it has been launched. First of all, there's a grace in this organization. In this business, there's a grace in La Buena Vida. Then by the time the words come out for most of the leaders who are already doing well, there's a grace that comes with it. And all you can do is what? See, just fix yourself. That's why I will tell you, the grace has been made sufficient and available. It is available. Tag into it. Tag into it. Don't begin to think in your head, I will not have time by next 2 weeks. I will not have time by next 3 weeks. Not have time by next 4 weeks. By the time you begin to do it, you start now. Don't think about what will happen next 4 weeks. Start right now. When you get to that bridge, you will cross it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. I love you all. My name is Damian Osafile. I am the Catalyst. Have a great day. Bye.